बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे वर्णानामर्थसङ्घानां रसानां छन्दसामपि मङ्गलानां च कर्तारं वन्दे वाणी विनायकम्। नीलाम्भुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं पानौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्। बर्हापीडं नटवरवपु कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रद्वासः कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्ध्रान् वेणु रधरसुधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दै बृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशद्गीतकीर्ति। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षणे यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्वन्देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, श्रीमद सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, महानुभाव, devs, devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam and humblest prostrations to all of you. To our viewers through the medium of social media, Facebook, YouTube, Bhakti TV, etc. Let me say Radhe Radhe to each and every one of you also, and my pranam, my humblest prostrations. Today, we are at the JKP Center in Chase Village, Bolai Trace, Chase Village, Suguanas, Trinidad. Today's program has been sponsored by the Babulal family. I think in honor of their mom, who's a great devotee, whom we all know as Moy. I think today is the 16th anniversary of her leaving this worldly plane. Today is a very auspicious day. Today is the Chhati, the 6th day after Bhagwan Shri Ram appeared. It's called Chhati, the 6th day. It's also celebrated in the world, but it has more significance in the divine world. On the same day, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, when he was 6 days old, did Putana Udhar, give moksha or his divine abode to that wicked witch Putana. Putana had come to kill Shri Krishna with the poison on her breast. Kalkut Vish. The poison that a child just touches the mouth and will die. Bhagwan accepted. And he killed Putana, given anyone who dies at the hands of Putana attains his divine abode. So much so that the Putana, when she fell, her body in its original size, 12 miles long, crushing all the trees, everything. After taking down Shri Krishna, who was playing on top of her body when she fell, the body of Putana was cut up into pieces, that 12-mile-long body. To dispose of it, it was lit to fire, to burn. Something strange happened. When that body started burning, the sweetest divine fragrance came out. Because Bhagwan touched her body. And secondly, she was also a saint in her past life. She was a daughter of Raja Bali, King Bali. And she had seen Shri Krishna in the form of Brahman avatar and made desire in her heart. If I had a baby like him, I'll put him in my breasts and suckle him. Bhagwan noted sitting in the heart of Ratna and said, I will fulfill your desire when I come as Shri Krishna. So she paid that divine pastime of being a Rakshasi, a demoness. A beautiful verse in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Aho vakiyam sthanakala kutam jighansaya payayadapya sadhri lebhe gatim dhatu chitam tatonyam kamva dayalum sharanam brajema. This verse says, who else is so merciful than the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, who gave even that wicked witch Putana the highest place in his divine abode of a mother, even though she had come to kill him by putting that Kalkut Vish on her breast. Shukadev ji was sitting in the forest in Samadhi. When he heard this verse, he fell so much in love with Shri Krishna. And he asked the disciples of Veda Vyas, where did you hear this verse from? They said, our Guru, Veda Vyas, has written 18,000 shlokas like this in Bhagavad Mahapuran. Shukadev ji then went and listened to the same Bhagavad, the whole Bhagavad from Veda Vyas, and then told the same Bhagavad to Parikshit. And that's how today we are able to hear Bhagavad, through this incident that happened on the 6th day, where Putana tried to kill Shri Krishna. The same Shri Krishna is the same Shri Ram. So this day is also very significant for us. So we worship baby Ram today, Ram Lala. I'm sure later on we will take the opportunity to come and rock him in the Palana, etc. Worship him. So today is a very auspicious day, the Chatti of Shri Ram. So today also I have chosen to read Ram Gita. Since it's Shri Ram's day, it is Chatti. So before that, we will do some chanting of Ram, the Mahima, the greatness of Bhagwan Shri Ram. You will be able to see on the screen, so you can join. And today as we celebrate his Chatti, make him please him by chanting his divine name with love, with prem. Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. All glories, page 6. Tohi bhoolo na bhoole hu pal chin Ram. Hey Ram Lala, hey Shri Ram. Bless me today that I should not forget you even by mistake, even for a moment. Binu karan karuna kar tum Ram. Hey Shri Ram, you are causelessly merciful. You shower your grace without any reason, any cause. Please shower your grace on me today especially. Dear Prem Geeta Shabarihu Tum Ram. You are so merciful. You gave your divine grace to Shabari, who belonged to the forest dwellers. You ate a juta. You gave your grace to Geet, the dirtiest bird, a crow. You give him your divine abode. May you and Mother Sita always, she be your divine consort forever. Hey Shri Ram, please think about me, Sita Ram. We sing your praises. May you always, oh my mind, always chant the divine name of Sita Ram. So we'll chant. Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Everybody chant, clap.
Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Oh, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
जो ही भूलूं न भूले हूँ पल छीन रातो ओ बिनु कारण करूँ 6 दिन के लाला की
मेरे राम
ओ जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम।
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
ओ दिए प्रेम गीत शबरी हो तुम राम।
ये प्रेम गीत शबरी हूँ तुम राम
जय जय सदा सुहागी सीताराम।
जय जय सदा सुहागिनी सीताराम
ओ जय जय राम, जय जय राम,
जय जय राम जय जय राम
ओ सीताराम, सीताराम,
सीताराम
6 दिन के लाला की जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम।
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय हम रीहु सुधिलो सीताराम।
जय जय हमारी सुधिलो सीताराम
जय जय जपू कृपालु मन सीताराम। जय
जय जय जपू कृपालु मन सीताराम
ओ जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय
राम जय जय राम
ओ जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय
राम जय जय राम
ओ सीताराम, सीताराम,
सीताराम सीताराम
ओ सीताराम, सीताराम,
सीताराम सीताराम
ओ मेरे राम, मेरे राम, मेरे
राम मेरे राम
ओ मेरे राम, मेरे राम।
मेरे
6 दिन के लाला की जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम,
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
ओ जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम,
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम, जय जय राम।
जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम जय जय राम
वो 6 दिन के राम लाला की not good enough. I'm sure we could do much better. As I told you, the significance of the 6th day of the Lord, we celebrate in that. So we can do much better. 6 दिन के राम लाला की much better. So I mentioned that today also I'll be speaking from Shri Raam Gita, since we are celebrating his Chhati. As was mentioned to you, once Bhagwan, when he descended in the age of Treta Yuga, he stayed 11,000 years. During the time, एक बाद रघुनाथ बुलाए गुरु द्विज पुरवासी सब आए. Once the Lord called everyone in Ayodhya and he gave a lecture. A lecture. This is why it's called Ram Gita. And he says, Sunahu sakal purajan mamabani kahu na kachu mamata ur ani. He says, everyone, sakal purajan, everyone who come here, and all of us also, he says, listen to these words of mine, to my speech. Contemplate on it. I'm not saying this because I have attachment for you. When we have attachment, we lie. We don't tell the truth. We say things that will make the person we are attached to happy because we want something. Shankar Bhagwan says to Parvati, Jate kachu nij swarat hoi, ta par mamta kare sab koi. Sur nar muni sab kai yah riti, swarat lagi kare sab priti. Shankar Bhagwan is saying to Parvati, this is a divine law. Wherever there's attachment, where there's some thought of selfish gain, swart, some selfish gain, swa-art, that will make me happy. Selfishness, where there is some thought of selfishness, love is shown, attachment. The more the outward love and affection we get from anyone in the world, the greater is the selfishness involved. Everybody acts in the world. We also. The child may not listen to the parent, will go and back answer, will do exactly against what the parents say, but when the child wants something, Mummy, Papa, please buy me a motorbike. So sweet words. We also do the same thing. We give high praise, etc. when we want to get something from someone. We want to satisfy our selfishness. All of us. Sarva swartham samihate. The scripture says, as long as we are under Maya, as long as we're material souls, everyone is selfish by nature. Everyone. If you say, I'm not selfish, then you're Mahapurush, you're a saint. Some people are more selfish than some. It's a different thing. But everyone is selfish. And because of that, we will say things that are not true. We want the person to be happy with us. People sit down on Singhasan and give lectures because they want everybody to like them. They say what you want to hear, not what you should hear. Bhagwan says, I'm not doing that. I'm not telling you. So whatever I'm saying is not because I have attachment for you. Kaha na kachu mamata ur ani. I have no attachment from this to say this. It's not because I have attachment, because I love you. I'm saying it because it's for your good. I'm saying what is best for you. The Vedas say, avidyaya mantare vartamana swayam dhira panditam manyamana janghanyamana pariyanti mudha andhe naivanyamana yathandha. Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kand, 8th mantra. People who think they're very knowledgeable, but being on the Maya, they read divine scriptures and misinterpret it. They give a material meaning for divine words. They quote the scriptures as meaning to attain in the world, happiness in the world. Worldly things. They are fools. They even say that the scripture, they quote the scripture to go to heaven, Swarg. The Vedas are saying these people are fools, mudha. And those who listen to them and believe in them, follow them, they are also fools. And andhe naiva niyamana yathandhaha is a case of blind leading the blind. So Bhagwan is saying, I'm not like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say things to you to make you have good feelings about me, to like me, to give me a lot of dachina. No. When the truth is told, the truth is a bitter medicine. Not everybody likes to hear the truth. We like to be flattered. There's a saying, flattery will get you everywhere in the world. Flattery will get you everywhere. Because people love flattery. The moment you scold anyone or tell them the truth, for their own good, hey, Bhagwan, the world can come to an end. People get so angry. So we don't like hearing the truth. Even it's for our own good. Bhagwan says, this thing what I'm going to tell you is for your good. You may not like what I'm saying, but understand it's the best thing for you. It is for your upliftment. So the first thing he says, बड़े भाग्य मनुष्य तन पावा सुर दुर्लभ सदग्रंथ गावा साधन धाम मोक्ष कर द्वारा पाही न जेहि परलोक सवारा जय राम
श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम.
First thing he says, we all have something which is the greatest gift God can give to any soul. The greatest blessing, the greatest grace he can shower on the soul. Birth in the human form. Bade bhagya manusya tan pava. The greatest fortune, most fortunate, is the soul that is able to be blessed with the birth in this human form. Surudurlabh, that even devatas, it is so valuable and so rare. Devatas, celestial gods. People pray to devatas. Agni, the god of fire. Vayu, the god of wind. Indra, the king of heaven, the god of rain, etc. Because they want to go to heaven. And these same devatas who are in heaven, they are praying to Bhagwan for what we have. This human body. Durlabham manusham janma prarthyate tirashairapi. Narad Puran. The devatas are praying to Shri Krishna. Hey Shri Krishna, we are begging you, please give us birth in the human form. We don't want heaven, there's nothing here. Sur Durlabh. Sur means devatas. Durlabh means extremely difficult. Impossible almost to attain. Why? Sadhan dham moksha kar dwara. It is the abode of sadhana. In other words, only in the human birth, this human form, we can do bhakti, we can do spiritual activity. No other form of life. There are 8.4 million. And the soul rotates in all the 8.4. Akar chari lakh chaurasi yoni brahmat yah jiva avinasi. Bhagwan Shri Ram saying to residents of Ayodhya, the Jivatma, the individual soul, which is eternal, beginningless, indestructible, keeps rotating in 8.4 million forms of life. Very rare we get a chance to get this human birth. Kabahuk kari karuna Binu hetu sane.
Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying to the residents of Ayodhya, it is the rarest and most difficult thing to attain birth in the human form. Kabahu kakari karuna naradehi deta isha binu hetu sanehi. Only when the Lord, out of His causeless mercy, He decides, okay, you have suffered a lot, the soul is transmigrated in the 8.4 million forms of life, many times been to hell, etc. Let me give him one chance again. Very rare, very seldom. Out of His causeless mercy, He showers His grace. Then we get birth in the human form. So difficult. And so rare. But why do devatas want it? People want to go to heaven. Yanti deva tan devan pittin yanti pitibataha bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyaji no pima. Gita chapter 9 verse 25. Those who worship the devatas, celestial gods, Agni, Varun, Kuber, Indra, They will go to heaven, they'll become devatas. Very difficult, almost impossible in Kali Yuga, but if they can. Those who worship the Pitris, ancestors, they will go to the abode of the ancestors, become ancestors. Those who worship Bhut and Pret, ghosts and spirits, will become ghosts and spirits. And those who worship God, Shri Krishna, will attain Shri Krishna. So people want to go to heaven. They worship devatas. Almost every person who calls himself a Hindu worship devatas. Because they want to go to heaven. They think heaven is a great place. Bhagwan Shri Ram, he warns us. He says to the residents of Ayodhya, एही तन कर फल विषय न भाई स्वर्ग हु स्वर्ग अंत दुखदाई बोलो
राम 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 राजा राम 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 बोलो राम 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 राजा राम राम राम.
Bhagwan is saying to the residents of Ayodhya, एही तन कर फल विषय न भाई. This human body, which even devatas are praying and begging for and cannot get, wasn't given to us to enjoy the world, to enjoy the senses. Most people, that's what they do. Just have a good time in the world. That's all we think about. We go to mandir, we do puja, we do something, havan. But why? To get more of the world. Bhagwan says this wasn't why this human body was given to you. Nor was it given to go to heaven, Swarg. Why? Because there is no true happiness in heaven. It's only the happiness of this material world multiplied a number of times. And the worst part, it ends in suffering. After you go to heaven, because the punya you perform to go there will be destroyed. Chapter 9 verse 21 in Gita, Shri Krishna says, Kshine punya. As you start enjoying the pleasures of heaven, the punya will start destroying. And then one day it's going to become zero, and then Martya Lokam Vishanti will be kicked out of heaven. And because karma has become zero, the Vedas tell us, Hi Nataram Bhabhishanti. Mundak Upanishad, first Mundak, second Kan, 10th mantra, will be thrown into lower forms of life. Dog, cat, donkey, worm, grass, tree. This is what Bhagwan Shri Ram means in the Ramayana when he says, after you go to heaven, you're going to suffer. How many of us understand? We still want to go. The Vedas say the person who wants to go to heaven is not only an ordinary fool, the greatest fool. Pramudha. So only in the human body we can do sadhana, which will take us out of Maya. We can become liberated from this world. Moksha karadvara. They don't have to come back here and rotate in 8.4 million forms of life. Go to hell, etc. Only when you do sadhana, when you do bhakti, sadhana means bhakti. Only in human, dog cannot do, cat cannot do, devatas cannot do bhakti. Only human beings. But what do? Bhagwan Shri Ram says in the Ramayana, Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, ओ नर तनु पाई विषय मन देही, पलटी सुधाते शठ विषले। बोल
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
ओ ताहि कहु भल कहे न कोई, गुंजा गहे परस मणि खोय। बोल
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राजा रामचंद्र की, 6 दिन के लाला की। हाँ, भगवान श्री राम is sent to the residence of Ayodhya. This is such a valuable human birth that having gotten it, imagine devatas are praying for it, celestial gods. To get this human birth, our naratanupai vishaya mana dehi, you just give it, you just run into the world looking for happiness and sensual pleasures, looking to enjoy the world, what to see, what to eat, what to hear, what to wear, what to smell. We just run after the senses. So, palati sudha te shat vishalehi. Ooh, Bhagwan Shri Ram, he's calling very bad word, shat. Stupid, that person is extremely stupid, foolish. That he has gotten sudha. Sudha means life-given ambrosia, nectar. Amrit. And he's thrown it away. He take the vessel that contains the nectar and turn it over, throw it away. And he drinks vish. Palati sudha te shat vishalehi. When we enjoy the pleasures of the world, we satisfy desires of the world, we destroy ourselves. Prahlad is saying to Bhagwan, Nisim Bhagwan, Indriyani manah prana atma dharmo dhitir mati hri shri tejas smitis satyam yasya nashyanti janmana. 7th canto, 10th chapter, 8th verse, Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. Prahlad says to Nisim Bhagwan, one desire causes harm to so many things. The energy of the senses, indriya. The energy of the mind, man. The energy of the pran, the life force. The energy of the soul, atma. Other things get harmed also. Righteousness, patience, reasoning, modesty, self-esteem, and even knowledge of the scriptures. We lose our spirituality. So dangerous. So that's why Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying, you have been given nectar and you throw it away and drink poison when you give the mind sensual enjoyments. You look for happiness in the sensual objects, of sensual things of the world. Sensual pleasures. The senses, the pleasures of the senses. Not only that, tahi kahu bal kahe na koi gunja gahe parasamani khoi. Nobody would ever have anything good to say about such a person. Why? Because somebody has given you a Paris money and you throw it away and you treasure a little black bead. There's a little black bead in the forest. It grows wild. It's called gunj. Gunj. And the Paris money is a magical stone that if you have a Paris money and you touch anything iron, the iron gets converted into gold. So somebody is giving you this human body is a paras money. Because only in this human body we can do bhakti, we can attain Bhagavan. No other form. This is a paras money. But we lose it, running after the world. The gunjamal, the gunj is the pleasures, the worldly things, looking for happiness in the material world. Gunj. We do not realize the value of this thing called human birth and what we're supposed to do with it. Bhagwan Shri Ram says to the residents of Ayodhya, Nartanubhav Varidhi Kahu Mero Sanmukh Marut Anugrah Mero Bolo
Jai Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama
Sadguru Karnadhar Sadguru Dridhanava Durlabh Saj Sulabh Kari Pava Bolo Jai Ram
Shri Ram
Jaya Jaya
Rama Shri Ram Jaya Rama Jaya Jaya Rama
Bhagwan Shri Krishna is saying the same thing to Uddhav in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Uddhav Gita. Nidehamadyam sulabham sudurlabham plavam sukalpam guru karnadharam mayyanukule nanabhasvatiritam puman bhavabdhim nataret sa atmaha. 11th Canto, 20th chapter, 17th verse, Bhagavad Mahapuran. The exact translation of this shlok in the Bhagavad is given. Shri Ram is saying to the residents of Ayodhya, Naratanu bhavabaridhi kahubero. This world is an ocean, bhavasagar, an ocean of suffering. Transient life, mundane existence. To cross an ocean, we need a boat. There are 8.4 million. Bhagwan says, I have given you the best one. The best boat to cross this ocean, the human body. I've also given the favorable wind of my grace, Sanamukha Maruta Anugraha Mero, that the boat will be able to go, glide through this dangerous ocean called Sansar, Bhavasagar. But this ocean is very dangerous. The boat, there are huge whirlpools, etc., can destroy the boat. We're trying to go across, and before we reach, we end up in the bottom of the ocean. So we need a boatman, a good expert boatman. Bhagwan says, I've given you the best, the most competent, expert boatman, the Sadguru, the true saint. One who has attained God, not somebody whose name is Sadguru. One who has attained God, the true saint. And yet, you got all this and you make no attempt to cross the ocean of Maya. You just want to enjoy the world. Shri Ram says, Doha. जो न तरे भव सागर नर समाज अस पाई हो रामा नर समाज अस पाई सो कृत निंदक मंद मति आत्महन गति जाय हो रामा आत्महन गति जाय सियावर रामचंद्र कर जय शरणम शंकर हरि ओम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम जय जय सिया राम जो न तरय भव सागर नर समाज अस पाई सो कृत निंदक मंदमती आत्महन गति जाय. Haven't gotten this most valuable human birth. We make no attempt to cross the Bhava Sagar. Nar Samaj asapais Jo who doesn't make an attempt to cross the ocean of Maya, just wants to enjoy the world and have a good time in the world. Bhagwan says that person is extremely stupid, dull-witted, mandamati, and is a murderer of his own self. Atmahan gati jai. Only this human body can take us across the ocean of Maya. And what do we have to do? I keep saying, only bhakti, and bhakti we can do only in this. Bhagwan Shri Ram tells us about his bhakti. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Bolo Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Bolo
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
सरल सुखद यह मार्ग भाई भक्ति मोरी पुराण श्रुति गाई. बोलो
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
कहाहु भक्ति पथ कवन प्रयासा जोग नमक जप तप उपवासा. बोलो
Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
वो राजा रामचंद्र की 6 दिन के लाला की. So that path, the only path which can take us across this ocean of Maya and take us to Bhagwan. He says, Sarala Sukhad Yah Marg Bhai. This path is extremely easy and is a giver of happiness at every step. What is the path? Bhakti Mori Puran Shruti Gai. The path of bhakti, love in God. Bhakti means to love, prem. The word bhakti means love. Param prema rupa. Sa tasmin param prema rupa. Naraji defines bhakti in Narad Bhakti Sutras as supreme and immortal love for God. Prem. Prem means love. If you know a little bit of Hindi, even you know prem at least. Out kahu bhakti pata kavana prayasa. He says, Bhaiya, what is so hard about doing bhakti? What effort you have to make? What do you have to do? Yoga, you don't have to do yoga. I keep mentioning yoga doesn't mean yoga, exercise. Yoga means yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. 8. Can't do, impossible in Kali. Makh, havan, yajna, you don't have to do. Jap, do the name of God in the beat. Tap, austerities, upavas, fasting. All this you don't have to do. Just love, pray. Pray. Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says in the Ramayana, मिलहि न रघुपति बिनु अनुरागा किए जोग जप ज्ञान विरागा जय राम श्री
राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
मिलहि न रघुपति बिनु अनुरागा. Anurag means love, prem. Anurag. Without love, no one can attain Shri Ram, no one can attain God. You can do jog, ke jog, jap, gyan, viraga. You can do jap, you can do jog, you can do karm, you can do gyan, whatever. Rituals, yajna, havan, nothing is going to help you if there's no love, there's no prem, bhakti. You add bhakti to anything you want to do, add bhakti to karma, add it to the ritual, add it, or just pure bhakti. But must do bhakti, prem, love. How are we going to attain it? Again, Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying to the residents of Ayodhya, Bhakti Swatantra सकल सुख खानी बिनु सत्संग न पावहि प्राण. बोलो
राम 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 राजा राम 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 बोलो राम 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 राजा राम राम
पुण्य पुंज बिनु मिलहि न संता सत्संगति संस्कृति कर अंता. बोलो
राम 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 राजा राम 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 बोलो राम 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 राजा राम राम राम.
Bhakti Swatantra. The part of bhakti, Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying to residents of Ayodhya, is swatantra. Swatantra means independent, free. Bhakti doesn't require any help of any other path. No gyan, no karma, no rituals, no varshana, no yoga, nothing. Bhakti alone. Every other path requires bhakti, gyan, karma, yoga, every path. But bhakti, swatantra. Doesn't require anybody help. Asakal sukha khani is the storehouse of all happiness. But binu satasanga na pavahi prani. Without the association of a saint who has attained that bhakti, no one can attain bhakti. Bhakti cannot be attained by itself. The saint, the one who has attained that bhakti, he is the one who has to give it to us. Sat means saint, sant. Sang means association. Not going somewhere and singing and talking and we said, I satsang, I'm going satsang. No. Sat. One meaning Sat, Chit, Anand. These are three names of Bhagwan. Association with Bhagwan, impossible until we attain him. So the second meaning of Sat is Sant, saint. And Bhagwan qualifies it in the next chaupai. How are you going to meet the saint? He says, Punya punja binu milahina santa. Punya, spiritual, divine activities, devotion, spiritual activity. After we have done lots of spiritual things in our past life, and it has accumulated into a huge amount. Punj means a huge big storehouse. God showers His grace upon us, and then we're able to meet that true saint, the one who's attained that bhakti. Aur satasangati sanshriti kar anta, and only when we associate in the right way. There's a right way. We have met uncountable saints. We, Jivatma, is beginningless. Avinashi, Bhagwan says. Indestructible, eternal, beginningless. Never had a beginning, can never have an end. It means we have gotten human birth uncountable times. We have met saints uncountable times. But instead of surrendering to the saint, we curse them, we criticize, we abuse, give them a bad name. Look, read history. When saints like Tulsidas, Surdas, Meera, Tukaram, Nanak, Gaurang Mahaprabhu, Jagat Gurutam, Kripalu Mahaprabhu, etc. came in the world, what did the world do? We curse, we criticize, beat them, give them a bad name, throw them in jail. What we did not do. And when Bhagavan came in the world, we didn't spare Bhagavan. Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, Avajananti mamurha manushim tanumashitam param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Chapter 9 verse 11 Gita. You see, we don't have divine eyes. Jaki rahi bhavana jaisi Prabhu Murati dekhi tina taisi. Tulsidas Maharaj says, how we are on the inside, when we meet divine entities, God or a saint, we see them the same way. And we are governed by three modes of Maya. Sattva gun, evil, bad. Rajogun, the mode of passion, ambition. Tamu and Sattva gun, the mode of goodness. If we have a tamasic nature, we have bad, evil thoughts in our mind, we think only dirty things, and we meet God or a saint, very bad man, very bad man. I can't stand him. If you have a rajasic nature, we love money, position, and we meet God or a saint, I know money man, I know he likes money. And if we are sattvic in nature, we have good thoughts and we meet God or a saint, good man, acha. Better than me, but good, that's all. And God and the saints are beyond Maya. That's why we never benefit. That's why Bhagwan is saying in chapter 9, verse 11, Unaware, because they can't see. He's saying to Arjun, they can't see my divinity, unaware that I am of my divine nature, that I am God. Ignorant human beings, we people in the world, we mistake him for an ordinary human being like ourselves, with all the defects and shortcomings. Uncountable times we have seen God whenever he's descended in the world as Ram, Krishna, etc. Uncountable times we have seen saints. But we never benefited. Abhiman. We were unwilling to accept them as saints. We judge externally. If somebody says what we like, and that is plenty, but in millions, you'll find endless like that. If this person, this Babaji says what I like, he says things I like, oh, he's the best Guruji, he's the best Babaji. And anytime he says something I don't like, oh, get rid of him. As I told you in the beginning of the Katha, Bhagwan Shri Ram says to the residents of Ayodhya, I'm not going to say anything to you because of attachment that's going to harm you. I'm not going to say things that you like to hear. I'm going to say things that is good for you, that you should hear. And that is very difficult. As I mentioned, the truth is a bitter poison, bitter medicine, sorry. We love to be flattered. We love to hear things that's not good for us. We think we know. We are governed by Maya. What do we know? Nothing. We are ignorant. Forced to begin, we don't even know who we are. We identify with the body. I am a Trinidadian, I am Guyanese, I am American, I am an Indian. That's the body. That's the nationality. Who are you? I am John. I am Ramesh. That's your name. I'm not asking your name. Who are you? I'm a teacher, doctor, and engineer. That's your job. I'm not asking what work you do. Who are you? I'm a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. That's your caste. I'm not asking which caste you belong to. I'm asking, who are you? I'm a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Jain. This is your religion. I'm not asking which religion you belong to. All these titles are titles of the body. And that's what we identify with, because we think I'm the body. We have forgotten I'm the Atma, the soul. We identify with the body. The soul has no titles. And that's why we run after the world. So under Maya, we've forgotten who we are. And being attached to the body, thinking we are the body, we look for happiness in the material world. Bhagwan says, Jao paralok, yaha sukha chahu, suni mama vachan, hridaya dirgahu. If you want to get happiness here and the hereafter, that's all we want, happiness. Be a fraction of happiness. Then he says, listen to me carefully, deeply in your heart. The only way is by doing bhakti. Mori bhakti purana shruti gai. Then you'll become free from Maya. Then you will attain true happiness. But are we willing to listen? Uncountable time. This Gita, this Ved, this divine scriptures, Puran, this is not only now it's existed, from beginningless time. The word Puran means old. Ved is beginningless, eternal. Sanatan. This dharma we belong to is called Sanatan Dharma. We have heard all this uncountable, but we never want to listen. We hear and we on here, or we just say, I don't think he understands anything. I don't want to listen to him. This abhiman, this ego, I know more than anybody else. And I said, the worst part, if someone is speaking what we want to hear, then it's fine. But we like to hear things that will destroy us. You know, the food that tastes very nice, the fries, the pizza, the junk food is the one going to kill you. And the one that you don't like to eat, the steamed vegetable, you don't deep fry it. The salad, the fruits, once in a way, I can't take it. Fruit, salad. I'm not a rabbit. People see me and sometimes they say, the Swami, he's a rabbit. He's a salad and steamed vegetable. You eat hospital food. It doesn't taste too good. This tongue destroys us. So in the same way, it's very hard to hear what is good for us. So bhakti, and the bhakti is very easy. No havan, no yog, no puja, love, prem. And we already know how to love. This thing Bhagwan has given us to love, He has given to every human being. Animals know how to love too. If a dog has some little puppies, you go and try to pull away one. Eh? He'll run to bite you. So God has given us the thing to love already. We know how to love mommy, how to love papa, how to love husband, how to love wife, how to love children, how to love friend. We know. All we have to do now is take that love and direct it to Bhagwan. That is bhakti. Sit down. Meditate. Visualize Bhagwan. Take the help of some murti picture in the beginning. We don't know what Bhagwan really looks like. It's an artist's impression. It's good. It's no problem. Bhagwan knows He's Akar and Karun, causelessly merciful. He knows that we cannot meditate on His divine form. He has a form. God has a form. But it's divine. His color is divine. Everything is divine. In the Ramayana, it says, Chidanandamaya Deh Tumhari Vigat Vikar Jani Adhikari Jai Ram Shri
Ram Jaya Jaya Rama Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Rama
Chidanandamaya Deha Tumhari. Chidananda means divine. Dusraji Maharaj is saying in the Ramayana, just as God is divine, His body, Deha, is also Chidanandamaya, divine. Satchit Anand, existence, knowledge, bliss. The body also is divine. But to see divine body of God, we have to have divine eyes. Vigata Bikar Jani Adhikari. So God says, God is causelessly merciful. He knows what does divine mean. What divine means, we can't understand. Why? Because the things you understand with, we know with our mind, our intellect is material. How can material and intellect understand divine? Impossible. So God understands that. He says, take anything, any picture, any murti, any image you can create in your mind. I will accept it. Because in that murti, in that every particle of that murti, every particle of that picture, Bhagwan is pervading. The saint is pervading. Eko devaha sarva bhuteshu gudha sarva vyapi sarva bhutantaratma karma dhyaksha sarva lokadivasa sakshi cheta kevalo nirgunascha. Shveta Shvataropanishad chapter 6 verse 11. The Vedas say God pervades in each and every particle of the world 100%. So in every particle of that murti, of that picture, Bhagwan is pervading. For our material meditation, Bhagwan will give us divine fruit. All he cares about is the feeling, the bhavana, that the feeling has to be correct. He doesn't care much what somebody is able to create when they close their eye and meditate. A most beautiful form of Shri Krishna. And somebody who have never really seen somebody really beautiful or can't really create and is attached to somebody very not so good looking, ugly, and that's all they see. So when the person attains God, he will attain better God who is meditating on a more beautiful form. No, both will get the same Shri Krishna. Same Shri Krishna. Because Bhagwan only he looks at our feeling, bhavana, how much love we have. Are, he says in the Ramayana, Prabhu Vyapak Sarvatra Samana Premate Pragat Hoi Mai Jana. Some people think God is only in the mandir, only in the murti. When we come to the mandir, we go to the church, we won't do anything wrong. We tell the children also, hey, this is God's house. Don't do anything wrong here. And the child takes this to mean, when I leave the mandir, when I leave the church, the temple, I can do all the wrong things I want. I will put it in good use. So is God only in the church, only in temple, only in the murti? He's there also. But he's also in the road. He's also in the toilet, in the ram shop. 100% everywhere. Prabhu Vyapak Sarvatra. He pervades everywhere. And the important word samana, equally. Samana means equally. He's 100% in the toilet too. In the ram shop. In the ram. Everywhere. He pervades everything in the universe, every particle. So why can't he be in the ram? I'm not saying that you should go and drink it. It's going to harm you, but he's everywhere. 100%. So, meditate. Take some murti picture that you attracted to. Sometimes you see some picture and you get scared. Attracted to. Bhagwan is most beautiful. Are how beautiful is Bhagwan? The scripture says the most beautiful person in the material world is a Devata, a celestial god called Kamdev, the god of love. To describe how beautiful Shri Krishna is, the scripture says he is more beautiful than the beauty of uncountable Kamdevs combined. We can't imagine how beautiful even Kamdev is. Follow Shri Krishna. Bhagwan says, okay, no problem. Just have the feeling that whatever I think is beautiful, Shri Krishna is uncountable more times more beautiful. Meditate. To focus the mind. Take a picture, a murti. Open your eyes, look at it. Then close your eyes and try to visualize. Make a relation. Let it come alive. Don't let it remain a murti or picture. See the eyes blinking, the lips smiling at you, the hands shaking, the feet walking. Let him come alive. Put yourself in there also. Make a relation. He's my mother, the true mother. Now we say the prayers. Everybody says the prayers. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva. Tvameva vidya dravinang tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Everybody says. But of course we lie to God. We lie? What does the prayer say? Tvam means you. Ev means alone. Tvameva. We are saying to God, hey Shri Krishna, you alone are my mommy, you alone are my papa, you alone are my friend, you alone are my companion, you alone are my wealth, you alone are my knowledge, you alone are my everything. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. But only from the mouth. Who feels in the heart that Shri Krishna alone is my mummy? What about the mummy in the house?
And even if we think also, it's still all right, but we don't even think. We just say it like a parrot. The fact is, because we are the soul Atma. If we are the body, then we have all the relations in the world. But I am the soul, the Atma. And every relation of the soul is only with Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Radharani. Only. That's why we say the prayer. So make that relation. Make every relation with the Lord. In your meditation, love, shed tears, chant the name of the Lord. That's all bhakti. There's nothing difficult about it. There's no mantra, there's no joke, there's no jap, there's no yagya, nothing. There's love. Are, any name you want. Valmiki didn't even say the name. Ulata naam. Bhai Jagajana. The whole world knows. Valmiki, the Guru said, say Ram. Valmiki asked Naraji to make him his disciple. Be my Guru. Naraji said, okay. This is the mantra, say Ram. Keep repeating Ram. Valmiki couldn't say Ram. Such a sinner. Imagine, bring anybody in the world, but he can be an English person, Spanish-speaking person, Latin-speaking person, Italian, French, Hindi, Sanskrit, anybody. And he cannot say Rama, 2 syllables. You will not find such a person. And he can speak. You will not find such a person. Valmiki was such a sinner. He was a murderer that he could not say Ram. So Guruji said, okay, say Mara. Mara means kill. You kill. That's what you do. Kill all the time. Say Mara. Valmiki kept repeating Mara, Mara, Mara. He never asked Guruji, how long should I keep saying Mara? Suppose I want to go toilet. When you going to come back? No question. Guruji said, sit here and keep repeating Mara until I come back. Valmiki didn't question. Till ants eat his whole body. That's how he got the name Valmiki. Then Guru came and blessed him. That he wrote the whole Ramayana before Ram even came. Chanted Mara. Any name of Bhagwan. There's no rules and regulations in bhakti. The only thing in bhakti is love. There's one vidhi, one nishched. In Raganuga Bhakti, the path taught by Jagat Guru Tam Kripalu Mahaprabhu. Not Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti means lots of rules and regulations, lot of fear. Don't do this, don't do that. Hey, there's a sin, fear. Raganuga Bhakti, one vidhi, one nishched. What's the vidhi? Always remember Hari Guru. Always remember God and the saint who has attained God, the true Guru. Vidhi. Nishched means what you should never do. One, what you should never do, never forget God and the saint even for a moment. That's it. That is Raganuga Bhakti. Practice to increase our love. The more you get close to Bhagwan, the more your love increases for Bhagwan, the heart will purify. The more you will benefit. You will experience true happiness. Bhagwan says you will get happiness here and the hereafter also, just by doing this bhakti. And that's all we are looking for. You can't get happiness in the world. You can have billions and billions. Billionaires commit suicide because there's no happiness. Happiness is had only from knowing God, because God is happiness. And the only way we can attain that Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying by doing bhakti. There's much more. This is just a brief introduction. We'll hear some other time. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Siyavar Ram Chandra ki jai. 6 दिन के राम लाला की, राधा रानी की जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे.